All right, I'll be honest off front. Things are getting really crazy with you fucking women, you ladies. There was some woman in the UK who pretended she was a boy to trick a teenage girl into sleeping with her, apparently, and is getting charged with grapes. And then people are just showing their tits on the White House lawn. A trans woman, still a woman, still a woman was just flashing her titties on the White House lawn next to Joe Biden. And Joe Biden, he reached out and he grabbed her titty and shook it because he thought it was a hand. He's trying to get votes. Come on, it's election season. It's time to go. I'm Ty. Welcome to House Comedy. Oh, yeah. So slow news week. Besides the transgender woman who was on the White House lawn and spoke with Joseph Biden. Uh, a- Tried to get him on video, but he thought I was taking a picture, but it's all good. Um, and then she later on the news or someone was taking a video and she just had her tits out with her fingers over maybe hand on the tits covering the nips, something like that, but she was just bouncing them. And by first look, I'm going to be honest with you, it passes the uncanny valley because it's just kind of passing through and you're not looking at the face or the throat or anything like that. You're looking at like the tits that are bouncing up and down and you're like, no, those aren't bad. But me personally, I can spot a pair of fake tits from a mile away. You know what I mean? They're often just too perky. People gotta hold them so they don't look bad because they tend to fish-eye out. Their tits tend to be like fish eyes when you get fake tits. And also, her tits weren't that big. So I was like, well, maybe she just got implants. Maybe she just went from A's to B's. What woman would go from A's to B's? Tell me that. Tell me now. What woman would be like, my tits are too small. I'm going to upgrade these to B cups. And then she just gets B cups and she tells her husband, "Hey, I know you're a tit guy and I have a great ass, but I'm gonna I'm gonna get a tit job just for you. Just for you." And he's so happy. He's telling his friends at work, he's telling the boys at work, he's like, "Yeah, my lady's gonna get some big old knockers, dude. Hell yeah, now I got ass and tits." And they're all high-fiving and stuff. And then she comes home from the surgery and her boobs are just slightly bigger. Unsettling. That's clearly going to lead to a divorce. Um, so I instantly saw that and I was like, oof, I think that might be uh, one of those Filipinos, if you know what I mean. It's like Filipino lady boys. But so I kind of knew, but then like if you actually listen to the video, like she says something about it just says something and it's just like we're out here on the White House lawn and her voice sounds just like mine and I know my voice might be a little feminine but come on now it's, I'm not trying to make it just happens whereas this woman, her name is Rose Montoya and she's 27. She was invited to celebrate Pride at the White House and she expose her breasts on in front of the Truman balcony. Um, so trans model. Oh well, let me switch the article. So trans model Rose Montoya goes topless during White House Pride Parade after meeting Biden. Rose Montoya, 27, who was among the lengthy list of guests invited to celebrate Pride, was recorded pulling her dress down, cupping her exposed breasts in front of the Truman balcony by Richard Polina and Jesse O'Neill, and this is probably the New York Post. It's the New York Post. Um, a trans. All right, that's all. Oh, so a transgender model and activist is under fire for popping off her top at the White House and cupping her breasts moments after shaking hands with President Biden. I bet Biden wished it was moments before, or like during. Like he walked up while the tits were out and he was like I said earlier, he went for the hand and grabbed the tit and gave it a little shake, maybe a little nipple rub. That's what I would do as president. Not now. I would never do that as me now. But if I had power like that, presidential power, the only way I would ever grab a tit without someone asking me to do it was if it was my girlfriend or if I was president of the United States of America or Germany. Uh, that's the subtitle. No, this isn't another hookers and below photo from Hunter's laptop. I still don't understand why people or why Hunter Biden would take pictures of the hookers and the blow. Like that's the last thing I wanted. I wanted no phones out when I was doing blow with hookers. No, it isn't another hookers and blow photo from Hunter's laptop. It was the Pride Party in the White House lawn 2 days ago, hosted by Joe, meaning Joe Biden. Radio host Dan Loesch tweeted, former New York Police Commissioner Bernard Kerik, who was convicted of tax fraud and lying to the White House officials, that basically just means that you went against the uniparty. Like, if you get charged with anything as a politician, look, all politicians are absolute criminals. They're all criminals, and they do what they need to win and to stay favorable with the people. And as long as you're favorable with the uniparty and the people, you can do whatever you want. You can lie, you can bribe, you can steal, you can grape, you can uh, get an you can visit an island filled with children that Jeffrey Epstein Epstein we're avoiding the algorithm the algorithm. All right. But no, if you go against the uniparty, then they're obviously going to either unalive you or charge you with some type of fraud or lying or something like that. But otherwise, you can do whatever you want. You can lie, you can cheat, you can steal, you can do all that other stuff that I listed prior that I don't want to list again. And nothing's gonna happen to you. But as soon as you step out of line, oh, the videos will roll, the pictures will come out, the CNN, MSNBC will come after you with so much fury and. Yeah, you'll be forced to do a podcast with Chris D'Elia and Chris Cuomo over at News Nation and the Chris Cuomo podcast or whatever. I don't fucking know. But no, so he's not. So former New York Police Commissioner Bernard Kernick, who was convicted of tax fraud and lying to the White House and served 4 years in prison before being pardoned by former President Donald Trump, slammed Biden aides for allowing the stunt to happen on White House grounds. Okay, so running the effing White House and allowing this deviant garbage to go on right outside the Oval Office, Carrick said. And then there's a picture of not so bad looking, probably had puberty blockers since before puberty, you know what I mean? But definitely holding you can tell that they're too perky and they're sticking out. She's kind of pushing them in at the same time, if you're only listening and just watching. And then she's surrounded by uh, to trans males. So F to M, and she's a M to F trans. And they blurred the tits for some reason, which is weird because we only blur nipples in this country. I feel like this person got a lot of surgery because it's like, you know what I mean? It's like not bad. Like if they walked up to you, like if you saw them at a bar, you'd be like, oh, that's not bad looking, and then they're like, hey, how you doing, buddy? And you're like, whoa, all right. Oh, she passes the uncanny valley besides the voice. This poor lady. Rose Montoya, a transgender woman, is seen with her top down, covering her breasts with her hands in front of the White House. Oh, and then they plug her Instagram. How nice of them. We know it's not at Joe Biden. This dude has no idea where he is. Who is it? Who is the cause of this international embarrassment? The city's former top cop asked. This is Rose Montoya, a transgender woman who's seen with her top down, covering her breasts with her hands in front of the White House. That's who it is. Montoya shared the racy footage Monday to Instagram along with a spliced together video of the event where the president And First Lady Jill Biden delivered speeches to the hundred of invitees in the attendance. Are we topless at the White House? The person recording said in the video. And then there's oh that's a picture of the trans activist shaking hands with Joseph Biden. Up close and personal. There's the photo. Look at those lip injections, very uneven. The obvious nose job. Uh, just looking unhappy with your life and the fake vagina that you have. You know, I have to stick a metal rod in it every night because I can't find a man. You know, because women can't find a man now. How's a trans woman gonna find a man when it's like, hey, I need you to sleep with your erect cock and I need you to take a blue chew before you go to sleep and put your penis inside of me so my faux vagina does not close up in the night. So just stick it in there, keep it in there, take the blue chew, and go to sleep, and then my vag will be good in the morning. I imagine that hurts to pull out. Um, Also in the clips, the Idaho-born model was seen. Idaho. Okay, seen getting the opportunity to meet the president and first lady. It's an honor. Trans rights are human rights. No, they're not. Montoya said to Biden as they shook hands. Footage also shows the speech delivered by the 80-year-old president, who said the members of the LGBT community were some of the bravest and most inspiring people he has ever known. Well, he's been in politics for years. He's met countless veterans and real heroes, and uh, some dude who lopped his cock off and got fake tits is the bravest and most inspiring. I mean, it's true courage. It's just like the courage to hijack a plane and run it into a tower for your religion. That's brave. That's courage. And it's just like a man looking at his cock and be like, I'm gonna cut this off so I can get some attention. So brave. Following uproar from conservatives, who Montoya says are trying to use her clip as an example of the transgender community grooms, quote unquote, young people, the model made a response video pointing out that being topless is not against the law in DC. Yeah, you still, if I mean, like, it's not illegal to smoke weed, but you still shouldn't do it in front of kids. Same with drinking. Um, the first lady also got in there. There's Rose Montoya. There's Joe Biden. Think he's taking a selfie. This is just a screenshot from a video though, because he's just smiling and everyone's waving and yeah, yeah. Um, Biden, yeah, it says right there. Going topless is yeah, we said that. Going topless in DC is illegal, and I fully support the movement of Free the Nipples. Free the Nipples is not about transgenders showing their tits at DC. It's about women being able to breastfeed in public places. But whatever. Why do I know? Um, I mean, what do I? God damn it. Why is my chest now deemed inappropriate or illegal? 'Cause you have fake fucking tits, and that's inappropriate for children to see, god damn it. And it shouldn't be on the White House lawn. This is have some respect. I have almost no respect for government, but I wouldn't fucking take my dick out at the goddamn White House lawn. I might touch my dick right before that I shook Joe Biden's hand though, just so he got a little bit a little bit of smell. And I know he likes to sniff, so I feel like he might sniff his hand after every. So I'll just not shower for a day, you know, get like as deep as I can in the gooch with my whole hand, and then shake Joe Biden's hand. I can understand that. I can understand that, but I don't understand being a transgender woman and being like, well, I have tits and this is going to make me more famous. So I'm going to show my tits to make me more famous. Doesn't make sense to me. All you're doing is affirming I'm a woman. No, 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 no. It's not appropriate. I wouldn't. Okay. You shouldn't blow up a female sex doll and show it to children either. Like, that would be wrong. And that's not a woman. It's a facade of a woman, just like you. And And if we were to just blow up facades of women like you and just put them in front of children and say, well, you're affirming women by saying that that's sexualizing them because you're confirming me as a woman. No, it doesn't work like that. You made yourself, just because it looks like a woman doesn't mean it's a woman. You are basically an emotionless well, I'm sure you have tons of emotions, way too fucking many because of all the phthalates and all that shit, and you have basically decided you're a woman because you're a defeminized man who doesn't have any testosterone left in your whole entire body, and your dad's a bitch, and your mom's a dumb, dominant whore who just slaps his husband around, who's a feminist, and then you just let everyone he just lets everyone fuck him over, and you've never seen a strong man in your life, so you're like, I'm gonna be a strong woman. And your idea of a strong woman is some whore flashing her tits on the White House lawn. A strong woman isn't a woman that fucking shows up and shows her tits to everyone. That is the lowest class of women there is, besides obese, diabetic fucking prostitutes. That's all I'm saying. And then we have a woman was found guilty of assault by kissing after posing as a man to trick a teen girl into a relationship. Georgia Billam of Cheshire was seen smiling and waving as she left court. That's kind of hilarious. I never thought I'd see the day where a woman got in trouble for that, and especially pretending to be a man. She must have been not too good looking. Why don't we see? If you're holy, yeah, no, she's not bad looking. Wow, I don't know how anyone could mistake her for a man, whatever your type is. Ooh. But yeah, so this girl, uh, Georgia Billam was seen smiling and waving in photos obtained by The Sun as she left court over accusations that she sexually abused a visually impaired 19-year-old who she believed was a boy. 19. Now, you said teenager. I thought this was like a 14 or 15-year-old or something, like a young dumb girl, but this is obviously a young dumb girl, but I don't know how you thought she. I mean, how visually impaired are you? Like, is she blind? Did her dog not alert her? Like, no, that's period blood, not cum on the underwear. Uh, she was cleared of the majority of charges she faced, including 8 counts of sexual assault and 8 counts of assault by penetration. Hopefully that doesn't hit the algorithm. The BBC reported. Billam admitted to posing as a man by the name of George Perry on Snapchat 2017. It's boy George. Boy George the girl. Boy George. Boy George. Boy George. The woman told the Chester Crown Court that she got trapped into a web of lies after wearing baggy clothes to pose as a man when with the teen. So she's like a habitual liar, like a total sociopath. This is like Elizabeth Holmes, but on a much smaller scale of just like I like taking advantage and tricking people and getting power, but just over blind teenagers. I like tricking blind teenagers into thinking I'm a man. You know, you can just say you're a man and they have to call you a man. That's a thing now. We went over it in the last one with the guy who became the girl. We call her she now. That's what we do. So that's all you need to do. I don't even think you technically have to cut off your tits or get a dick. I think you can just be like, well, I'm a man now, and then you're a man. I'm pretty sure Zuby did that, and that's why he has the deadlift record for the UK, which I support. We need men back on top, even if they're posing as women or women acting as whatever. Do what you need to do. But she she said she believed her alleged victim, who was short-sighted, realized she was not a man before they had developed a sexual relationship, and denied having stuffed her pants to mimic a penis. Oh, so they got down and dirty. This girl knew it. My guess is they got down and dirty. The girl knew it, but she enjoyed it. But then her mom found out, and her mom's like, ain't gonna be no lesbos in my house. None of that rainbow flag stuff. Happy Pride Month, by the way. This is her mom, not me. This is her mom saying, ain't no pride, none of that scissoring crap in my house. All right, you're gonna get pregnant like God intended by an Irish guy who comes home drunk from the bar every night and slaps you around a little. Not because he hates you, not because he wants to hurt you, because you talk back. You're questioning where he is, and he has to establish some type of authority in the household. He just does. She'd wear a hood over her head even while in bed and refused to remove her boxer shorts, blaming purported links to an Albanian crime gang and stab wound scars. She's a total pathological liar. This lady is a psychopath. Oh my God. This is wow. She also took off the victim's glasses when they were together, prosecutors said. You look so much better with your glasses off. You should take them off. And her eyes go like cockeyed. Um, so she was found guilty of just one count of sexual stuff by kissing and was cleared of another 16 charges. Probably the fingering and the licking and such. You know, she's not a horrible looking girl. Billum catfished another one by posing as a man named as George on Snapchat. So, so it's she's just doing it all over the place. This lady likes to trick girls and seeing how far she can get with them. The prosecution claimed that Billum sexually assaulted the teen because she wasn't able to give true consent as their relationship was based on falsity. You had to have known. You didn't once try and reach for his hog. I mean, like they always reach for the hog. I mean, it's not because it's what they want, it's because it's what they think that's what you want, which it is what you want. And obviously, you technically both want it, and you're going to enjoy it, but you're still like, oh God, I hope this guy doesn't have a weird looking dick. I hope he's circumcised, or I hope it doesn't smell. We think the same thing, ladies. We think the same thing. But we still get down there, just dive in, face first. Don't even worry about it. Why test? We don't want to turn everyone off. You just do it. You commit. You commit to the act just like Billum did. Billum admitted that she always has been a tomboy, but never wished to change her gender identity. She claimed she posed as a man only to hide her real identity from the girl and the other one from before. I mean, if you just keep doing this and you seem to have gotten off on it in some way, like why else would you do it? You've been pretending to be a boy since 2017. Uh, Oh, in May 2021, I missed that part. In May 2021, the pair got into a car crash and Billum handed a license to police revealing her true identity. She said from then on, she believed her partner knew she was a woman. She did. I think this other girl's a lot. That's why she only got the sexual assault for kissing, because, like, the first kiss, I'm sure, like, well, you didn't know, but then you guys have slept in the same bed together. Come on. He didn't have morning wood? Did you think it was Harvey Weinstein type situation where he lost his penis to a gangrenous infection from injecting the drug Caberjack into his dick? Her didn't want to misgender you. She says she doesn't want to change. During the trial, her defense, uh, during her trial, the defense asked her, "How do you think your mom would have reacted if she knew you in a same-sex relationship?" Oh, I don't think she'd be very happy about it at all. I don't know. I shouldn't do that. Billum reportedly wore, so even her mom would, I was right. See, her mom wouldn't approve of it. Billum reportedly wore baggy clothes and kept her hood up. Yeah, yeah, we saw that. She's not bad look. Kind of revealing what she wore. You know what? And I think there's another article, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so here's the other article. I found it. So for the people that are just listening, I apologize. I'm sure majority people are just listening, but I just wanted to go to this article because there's more pictures, and you can see it's her outside of the courthouse waiting for the jury's verdict, and she's wearing like a crop top, like her whole midriff is showing. She's wearing skin tight like leather pleather pants that are just super tight, all black, white shoes. She seems in very good spirits. She's smiling. There's another photo of her with the hoodie on in there, wearing baggy clothes, and I still from this angle you can see it's her, but I've already seen her, so what would I know? Old picture of her, and then her walking out. She's smiling and waving to people because the court heard how. Oh, she pretended she didn't have sexual gratification out of the relationship. Yeah, well, everyone knows what I don't remember the quote, but there she is again, looking not bad. She doesn't look too bad. I don't understand why you wear that to court though. That's insane. Then there's just some shirtless guy, a picture of her getting a hug by some shirtless guy. Um, and I saw like I guess like people were literally, yep. Here's another one, another shirtless guy just showing up, giving her. she's got fans. Now she's got fans. I'm a fan too. I think she's a psycho. They're like, dude, this lady's crazy. Can you believe what she did? Let's get in there. Georgia Billam is pictured apparently giving someone a hug while outside of Chester Crown Court today. And yeah, and then it's her walking away with, I would assume, her dad. But yeah, I think this is hilarious. You know, you know, look, sexual that is never funny, even if it's just kissing. But I think the girl found out. I think the girl found out. I think she kind of knew and just went with it, or she was just too scared to say anything and didn't want to question. Maybe she was, oh, or she probably actually thought she was a trans woman or trans man, a woman, a female to male, and so she didn't want to question it and seem rude, and she didn't want to be a bigot because if you're a female and you won't date a trans male, that makes you a bigot. Everyone knows that. Like same with me. Like if I wouldn't date a trans female, that makes me a bigot, and I won't. I guess I'm sorry. I can't do it. I just think about it the whole time. I'm just sitting there like, Gah, looks like the Italian beef I ate for lunch. I don't know. I don't know what they look like. I imagine it looks like a fucking hand grenade went off down there. The male to female, the the opening. I can't see it. I don't want to see it. I,